So we're going to talk about a little north-south, no problem. Because north-south's fun, whether you're on the top or the bottom. So who, by show of hands, who wants to do bottom stuff first?
It's bottom.
Hold your hand up proud if you're going to be a... Okay, and all those people that want to do top first, high, like you mean it. Okay, bottom first it is. All right, let me get out of my fancy keep warm stuff. Anybody else cold? Yeah. This is too much for me. But you know, it's my last class, so I want it to look official. If I look serious, and they'll take me serious, right? So you guys want to talk about bottom first, right? Oh my God, what did I do to get here? First of all, you see how I'm already digging this arm under? This is what I love to do. Dig these arms under and start advancing myself out. Okay? So that's the first part I want you to think about is getting those elbows inside, their elbows, the little hip shrimps, and then walking, get those elbows in, back away, pick one side, come up through, down, hang on them, put your weight on them. They're carrying your weight the whole time, and you're looking for this wrist. And your partner's gonna move around a little. You're gonna follow him. You're gonna follow him. You're gonna follow him. Okay? Any questions? Super easy. 1, 2, 3. All right, so a couple of the questions we had were, how do I work to get my elbows inside of his elbows? And a lot of that comes from turning on your side, making space, getting that elbow in there. Now that the elbow's in there, jack the elbow. Now that I'm here, I can start coming out, okay? So, we talked about coming here, but what do we do if his arm is down here? Oh man, we're gonna take advantage of that. This hand is gonna come through, and I'm gonna grab my wrist. And I'm gonna hug him and tell him how much I appreciate his company here. Just a nice, gentle hug. So I've got this arm over top, right? He's got that arm trapped underneath. There's nothing stopping my hand from coming in, going right across his neck, and then I'm securing it here, and I'm rolling to put weight on him, and I'm pushing it away. Right over the top. So I was here, I came up, I came across, now I'm gonna punch this hand right through. This time, I use a rear naked choke grip, and I push this joint right into his neck. That's a good one, right? Good one. So this time I came over top, I caught my bicep, and I snuck his hand around and put it right on his throat. Bah. Little stopper, right? One last time, up through, boom, I'm over. Let's turn this way. Turn. I came over. Boom. I'm hanging. I catch. I thread my arm underneath his neck. Now I just go. Any questions on the gentle hug from underneath? 1, 2, 3. So, sometimes though, did anybody have any questions about that last one? About where the second hand placement's supposed to go? I got that a couple times. This one is supposed to go all the way over to the other side of their neck. So the far side of their neck. You dig? No? Okay, good. Alright, I'm here again. This time, I come out and I get hand position immediately. Right? Oh, this guy's just gonna let me do whatever he wants with this. So I'm gonna use that to take it here and tuck it, lock my hands. Boom. If you are long enough to get the grip, I guess it's a Doris from here. Somebody fact check me, I don't care. Yeah, so now that I've got this Doris, I'm just gonna give him a little hug. That's all he needs is a little hug. I don't have to worry about him flipping around or anything yet, right? So from here, I tuck and I search. I tuck that arm all the way up in my armpit. Boop, boop. Come around deep. Walk it all the way to my face before I start squeezing. There's no point wasting that energy before then. But now I'm up here. Take a breath. Give him a hug. Oh man, there's so many hugs today. It's such a nice class. Anybody have any questions on that?
You said if you're long enough, what do you do if you're not long enough?
Cry. So, if I get out here and I'm stuck here, I can make a gable grip behind here. And then it's actually easier to gator roll. But if there's a chance that you can get that tucked and you can get here, oh man, that's a nice position. Just a little hug. Right? Little hug.
So if my arms don't reach this position, where did you put your hands?
So here, I'm gonna make a gable grip.
If you do get it tucked and you can't get your arms to this,
if I do
if you
get
get
it
that arm
tucked,
tucked,
you can come to the forearm here
okay,
and still walk it up here.
okay,
That's still pretty terrible.
okay.
Always with the walking fingers.
If they're ticklish, it's just an added bonus.
Right, and it's great. Anybody else have any questions?
How would this get set up in the first place? Why do they have their arm over there?
So a lot of times when I initially shoot up, I'm already bracing that arm.
Okay.
I'm already looking. Now that I've captured that arm, he's gonna let me do stuff with it. Cool, bro.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thanks for that one.
When you're switching to the wrist and the elbow grip, how are you maintaining control of that arm? Just the pressure of your armpit?
So once I get his arm pushed up here, it's not really strong. He can't really do much about it. So just a little bit of pushing that I need to do pushes it right over. Good question. Lots of good questions. Looks like you guys are paying attention. Any other questions? 1, 2, 3. Do it.
It's in one of my boxes from that game planning. It's in one of my boxes.
Any questions on choking a dude with his own arm from underneath him? No? Let's talk about choking dudes from on top of them. Because that's way cool. Alright, so. How many people go like this during North-South? Raise your hand, don't be shy. Keep them up, let me see. That is a lot of you. Okay. So, I'm going to talk about something that's going to maybe blow your mind a little, maybe not. I find it so boring to put my elbows down here with his elbows. I've restricted all the stuff he can do, right? Oh, that's cool. But he's restricted all the stuff I can do too. That's boring. So I like to play underneath the elbows here. Always putting pressure down on his face, making it uncomfortable. You know? Check this out. Oh, how's my chest looking today? That's cool. Yeah. A lot of the reason comes from the opportunities that this is going to give me. One of my favorites is that guy that just sits straight up. Boom. Right? Like, okay, that's cool. That's going to get you out. He might think that because my hand's underneath, but I have bad plans for him. He doesn't know it. So he sits up. I keep whichever hook that I want. I grab his chin. Now that I have control of his chin, I pull it down and away. See how I'm still pushing that chin away? Oh. Now that I push it far enough away, I drop my shoulder down and I scoop his head tight. Elbows all the way across. Okay? Now, I've still got control of this arm over here. Hey, because I stayed under it, right? I made my life so much easier. Now I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to put it on his elbow, and I'm going to start scooching away. Settling down low. Now this is uncomfortable, but this isn't going to get a tap. What I have to do is cut off that space in that triangle a little bit, right? How many people remember a grappler named Jeff Monson? Right? Old school, crazy dude. Beautiful north-south chokes. He would stack his hands this way, underneath. He would have the hand around the neck, and he would put that wrist up there on that. So imagine sitting there with your weight and the weight of someone else on your wrists crossed that way. Oh, that hurts. I don't like getting hurt. So I turn my hands in this way. Boop. Just the reverse of the butterfly. And it makes the pain so much less that we can all do it. And look what it did to that triangle. Took that triangle from here and made it this small now. So this is where the submission is going. So, one more time because I'm just jibber jabbering. I'm underneath the arms. He sits up. I catch and I pull down. I've got his head pulled away. I use that space to drop my armpit in, and I dig my arm super deep over there, okay? Now I use this hand on the arm to scoot away a little so that I can set up that space to do my hand stacking. Boom, on top, and now I settle down in. Then it gets tight, right? Here, not terrible. I set up my butterfly. I lean on it now. Boop. And you get the tap. Questions?
What are you actually doing with your hands in the bottom?
Setting them just like this.
The top one is the one that has the neck.
This is the one around his neck.
Yes.
And I lean a little to make space. I tuck that one under. And then I settle back down.
Oh.
All in the name of not hurting my wrists as bad. Any questions? 1, 2, 3. Do it. All right. Anybody have trouble with that choke still? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Finishing it.
Finishing it. Show me. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It sucks. They put you on the spot. Boom. Okay, wait. Slide this way deeper through. I want your armpit all the way over on this side. Now slide that arm deep through. Yes. Now push that arm and scooch away. Scooch away. Now lean up to tension your hands. Now tent them down. Go towards that side. Put that shoulder down. Start a little squeeze. There we go. It's like a magic act. You fixed it.
Thank you.
Right? And this one's all about don't tighten the noose until it's fully set. So you're not trying to make it tight even as you push away in the bicep and scooch away that last time. Nothing's tight. I lean up to make it so that it's not tight. I tent, now I want to make it tight. So then I make it tight. So I think we're going to get a little bit meaner.
Sweet.
Because I heard that some people are into that. And then depending on how that goes, we might get like gross mean for the last one. We'll see how that goes. Okay. One of the things that I love, because I stay under the arms, is when they let me start to get my hand up underneath their armpit. It's a really easy move to do. You're just looking. Now I've got the mechanical leverage to make this bad. And that's what we're going to do here. So if you look at how deep I'm buried, put your knees down for me. Look how deep I'm buried in this arm. This is the key. This has to be buried all the way up in their armpit. I've got his humerus trapped on my shoulder here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean forward onto that. And as I do, you'll watch the compression of his chest.
Oh my
So
god.
even though that this isn't even what I'm concerned about, just on the way to it, it's really bad. What I'm looking for is the point when he takes his arm off because of how bad this is. Now I catch that wrist. Cover that arm straight up. Elbow is directly in my chest, and I just turn it. Meh. Meh. Such a jerk. That's fun. These are the fun things you can do. So I'm under the elbows. I'm always looking for which one he's going to let me put up and boom. Now that I've caught it, trap it down deep. Start leaning forward. Oh, that's just bad. He's going to take it off the top. Catch it. Very important to staple down this side over here so he doesn't get his other arm involved and make it gross. Make the connection. Sit up straight. Be confident in this position. This is easy, right? I'm just sitting on his head, get his arm trapped. I just need to turn. Boom. And we got it. It's so easy. Any questions on that? 1, 2, 3. Go hurt some ribs. All right. So this one is, it's pretty bad, let's be honest. Okay. So I'll be playing here and I'll see him favoring one side, right? Like he wants to put one side in advantage and one at a disadvantage. So I'm going to take this hand and staple that arm down. What's he going to do as soon as I staple that arm down? He's going to want it back. So when he starts moving, I scoop it. Now I flatten him back down. But I've got that arm scoop, and that's super nice. How many of you people train in a gym where it's okay to use the open hand to choke? Right? Like it's IBJJF legal. We can all shake our head yes at that. Okay, cool. Because here's why. So now I take this unoccupied hand and I put it right on his throat. So that looks bad, right? But it's pretty easy to defend. So here's what we're going to do to make it not easy to defend. I'm going to raise up and I'm going to connect my hand to that choke. Okay? So this is bad, but it's not the end bad. So the end bad is I cover this whole monstrosity with my knee. so that nobody even sees the terror that's going on underneath of it.
Hell.
Right? So I feel a little bad for even showing this one. You guys seem like the correct crowd for it, right? Okay, one more time from the top. I'm here playing around. Oh man, oh he's giving me this look here. That's what I want. I staple it down. I collect it all the way. Now I've got like an overhook on it all the way up here, and I'm holding that. Now it starts to get a little dark. Sneak this hand just right over here, right close to the side, and then I turn it down. As soon as I turn it down, I catch it. After I've caught it, I step up, and I cover that whole scene of the crime. And then I just push that into his neck until he tells me he's done. There'll need to be a couple Hail Marys later and things of that nature. Anybody have questions on that deep, dark stuff?
Can I see how you were your hand since it was killing me?
Yep, come here. He's got a gentleman's club shirt on. All right, so I was messing around. I got around here. I'm out here holding this. This is what's going to be the key to me holding him in a position. Now I take the hand here and I just turn it down. Connect my hand on it, come up, and hide the sins in the basement. There they go. Any questions on that? 1, 2, 3. Rep that a couple times real quick. I'm already late because of all these great questions. And a lot of you are terrible people. Yeah. I'm not looking at anybody in particular. There's a couple that should feel shame on the inside. But don't. If you have any questions about any of this stuff at any time, please let me know. Shameless plug. I'm selling the shirts that I was wearing on the first class. $20 a pop, all sizes from small to 2XL. Support my local gym. I hope you had fun, and thank you so much for coming to class.